Remember these? So, a little while back, I got given a load of blanks, like this. Well, they are these. And these are the guys that sent it to me. That's a long sticker. I still haven't found a place for it yet, but I will. So, CWP. Eric sent me those bits and pieces down, and he sent me quite a lot of them. Now, it looks like they're all kind of like little slitherings of pieces of wood, all kind of stuck together. Lots of different colours in there, like the purple one's got dark purple in it, light purple in it, bit of pink in it. Then you've got the pink one, which has got kind of blue and pink in it. This brown one's got green, blue and brown in it. And this kind of black one's got, well, blue and brown. So lots of different bits of wood stuck together. I'm not sure the technical term for the wood. I think somebody told me the other day. But let's call them wood being stuck together to make a blank. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick them together even further. I was kind of imagining some kind of a vase out of this, and I reckon it could look kind of cool. So I thought we would glue these together, glue that together like that, glue that together, and then we would have a blank that we could turn a sort of skinny, tall vase out of, which would be all sorts of different colours. I think that might look quite good. So let's get gluing. Okay, so there it is, all clamped up. I've used a ton of clamps on this. It's almost like that type of gadget that you put on your leg when you break your leg. If any of you have had that done, not a very nice experience, I don't think. A friend of mine had similar. And you get all these things sticking out of your leg to hold your leg together. So, we'll leave that overnight and come back to it in the morning and see if we can get it on the lathe. I think this could look quite different. Mixed up lots of different colours. I like making a vase. Cool. I reckon we could make something funky out of this. Right, folks, this is all dried up now and on the lathe in between centres. It's a pretty chunky piece of wood, and I reckon this is definitely going to have to be some kind of vase of some kind. So I'm just going to start to turn it, see if we can round it off a bit, and I don't know, see what we come up with. So this is coming up pretty well, as you can see. I've applied a couple of coats of the chestnut sanding sealer on this, and I'm about ready to put some Yorkshire grit on. Now this wood has come up absolutely amazing. I'm not too convinced about the putting all these together. I think what would have looked a bit better is if we'd have kept kind of like, well, if we had had 4 pink blanks and 4 of these blanks and 4 and so on and so on. But I've mixed them up because I just wanted to see what it looked like. It's okay, it's kind of funky looking, I suppose, but I think, in my eyes, I think this would have looked better if it was just one, you know what I mean, like one pink vase like that. That would look really cool. If you look at it like that, see, that looks quite nice. But then obviously I've mixed it up a bit with blue and everything else, purple. But, you know, it's alright, it's not going to be for everyone's taste. You know, it could be quite ghastly for some people. But there we go. So I'm just going to finish it off now. I'm going to put some Yorkshire grit on it, and then we're going to finish it with some, probably some WOODWAX 22, and then maybe some of the Sheila wax. Yeah, I think we're probably almost done. Look at all this stuff that's come off of this project. Now this will be a really great little project for some resin. And people keep saying to me I've got to put some of this in some resin. And look at this. This looks cool. Look at that. Awesome. I think we'll definitely save some of this. There it is. Finished, mixed up, lots of different bits of wood, vase from Eric. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I think I'm quite impressed with the wood, definitely. I mean, the wood is pretty extraordinary, really. All these like bits of wood stuck together to kind of like create this effect, and obviously when you put it on the lathe, you know, it creates this pattern everywhere, which looks really kind of funky. As I say, I'm still unconvinced of me sticking them all together, but I suppose it makes a kind of a funky pot, and that's kind of what I like doing, is making funky things. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you like it? Is it alright? I didn't adventure too deep into it. It's got only a little hole in there, because I would have found that quite difficult to hollow out right inside there. But it's only really for kind of show anyway, and maybe sort of some show kind of piece flowers, or maybe not even flowers, you just, you know, as an ornament, that's it really. I quite enjoyed doing that, and I quite enjoyed using those bits of wood that Eric sent me. So I really appreciate, obviously, you sending that down to me, Eric, and your fellow directors up there. I will leave, obviously, the link below for this wood. Now, I think this wood, I think Eric is still doing a bit of discount if you wanted to buy some of this stuff. And it's, oh, what is it? I think it's NZ WOODTURNING 10 or something like that. I'll put it here anyway. If you wanted to, click on the link and then go and buy some. I think he's offering a bit of discount for everyone, so that'd be quite cool. Cheers for that, mate. So I'll move on to my big announcement that I've got for everyone. I've got a big announcement. We've got a couple of more makers coming to Makers Central, and if you haven't heard, I'm putting on a little show at the NEC. So basically, we've got two more makers to add to the pot, and I hope you saw Wednesday's kind of announcement. If you haven't seen Wednesday's waffle, please head on over there and check it out. I know some of you don't watch the Wednesday show, but honestly, there's some good stuff on there. I do all my giveaways on there, so you'll miss out on all those. I do all the announcements for Makers Central. Anything that I'm doing in the shed that I don't necessarily video, you'll kind of hear about on there. Any letters and bits and pieces, gifts and stuff that I receive, I'll obviously mention them on there as well. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, as we would say in the UK. There is some good information on there, so especially that one. That one's pretty cool because there's some 3 big makers announced on there. But anyway, I won't bore you to death with my waffling on too much on the Friday, even though I know you like me talking and stuff like that. Well, some of you do. So I've got 2 makers. One of them, a guy contacted me and came over from Jimmy DeResta's channel. I think it was Jimmy DeResta's channel. And said, hey, heard about Makers Central? I'll be there. And his name was Bilson. Bilson? Bilson. Cheers, Bill. I presume his name's Bill. I think his name's Bill. Bill's going to be there, and that's going to be pretty great news. So another maker to add to the pot. Fantastic. Thanks very much, Bill. Check Bill's channel out if you wouldn't mind. I will leave the link below. Bill's making some really cool things, and I'm sure he would love a little bit more love on his channel. So thanks very much, Bill, and I'm really excited that you're coming as well. The list is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and this is going to be such an amazing event. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, please head on over to Makers Central website and grab yourself some tickets. Honestly, this show we may at the moment only be doing one, first of all, depending upon how successful it is, and obviously how many of you want us to do it again. But there is not going to be another makers show where we're going to have so many makers from all around the globe in one place at one time. It's never going to happen. You're not going to get this many makers. So many makers are coming down from everywhere. Germany, Italy, Spain, America, England, just everywhere. They're all coming from everywhere, and they're coming down for this show. So they haven't really started to announce it yet, but I'm sure that they will do as time goes on. and I know a few of them have already, but a few more will be announcing that they're coming. But I mean, it's just going to be such a place to be, to meet all these makers in one place. It's going to be great. So anyway, without further ado, drum roll please, I would like to announce to you that Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff. Bob is a lovely chap. I've only spoken to him a few times, well actually a few more times than, you know what I'm like, I'm pretty waffly, so I've emailed him a few times. And he's just the loveliest guy ever. Bob is obviously got a great channel. Check his channel out if you haven't seen it already. And he's making some really cool things. And he's also would like to do some sort of collaboration or possibly a Q&A or something. He wants to do something for you guys. So no doubt that out of his 1.4 or 1.5 million followers, subscribers, someone in the UK, hundreds of you in the UK, will follow Bob. Only once in a chance of a lifetime to meet Bob Claggett. I think it's Claggett. Claggett or Claggett? Claggett. Claggett. I'm useless with pronouncing names, but I think it's Bob Claggett. I'm pretty sure. Is that right, Bob? So, Bob's going to be there. There's so many other people going to be there. This might not ever happen again. Pretty cool stuff, huh? So, Bob's going to be there. Really excited about that. We're still working on more makers. I'm still talking to more people. I want it to be an exciting show for all. So we are working on some entertainment for you. Obviously with the collaborations and things, that's obviously entertainment. Obviously working on other things like you guys being able to, everyone being able to participate in making stuff. Whether that is a bowl, turning a bowl, or, you know, making a pen, or doing other things like, you know, maybe painting, or maybe doing some milliput, or something. We're going to be trying to interact. We want to try and interact with you. One more exciting really, we're going to have a ton of giveaways there for you. We're going to have loads of giveaways. So we're probably looking at about 10, maybe 15, I don't know, maybe even 20 giveaways on Saturday, and probably the same again on Sunday. And these giveaways are going to be great. They're going to be down to things like makers stuff, whatever some people have made. So they're going to make something, bring it down to the show, and we're going to give it out to someone. We'll have things like chucks going out there. We'll have things like, I'm going to buy a load of stuff, bring it with me and give it away, basically. And so is a load of other people as well. So I've got loads of other people going, I'll bring this, I'll make this, bring it down. Some really nice, amazing people are actually, you know, getting together for this show. I've had people offer me services. A guy, lovely, great guy called Alan, offered his forklift truck service. I will give him a shout out and his company when I remember exactly what it is. But I can't remember at the moment, sorry Alan. But it's Alan, and he runs a forklift truck company, and he also likes doing a bit of wood turning. So I'm in talks with him about helping us out. You know what I mean? This is so generous. What it's all about. Clubbing together so we can have an amazing weekend. But I'm working on loads of things to make it really interesting and really exciting for you. So, that was my big one. Bob's coming. Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff. That's all I've got time for you today. But like I'm on a TV show. Hope you like this. I'll put some stills up at the end. Got my little emblem in the bottom, as always. That's it. Over and out from me. Don't forget to head on over to Makers Central, check out the website, buy yourself a ticket, and we'll see you at the show. Take care.